Nossa! Oh dear. This serious. This serious. This serious. Oh dear. We are say. Are you kidding me? You chat too much. You chat too much.
Hello, 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 everybody. Hey, welcome to another episode of Chill and Spill. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. And right about now, there's a lot of viruses going around and sickness and all these things. Because I'm telling you something now. You see, in the UK is absolutely freezing. The thing is, it's not that cold, but you see when the wind blows, because we got some storm going on, Storm D. I can't remember the name of the storm, to be honest. It's a name that you don't hear regular. There is a storm going on in the UK, and I'm telling you something now. There's one person's died, and yeah, it's not good right now. So there's a lot of viruses with the storm as well. It's probably spreading it even more. But yes, how is everyone doing, man? Each and every week, I am your host, Nubian, and to my left, I have my a co-host named Benson tonight, because co-host is not here with us tonight. It is us two. Hope you don't mind. You ain't got a choice, because that's what it is. Oh my gosh. Um, Let me talk about my week, because that's what we do each and every week. We talk about how we're doing and how everything is and how everyone is. And oh, I'm not going to lie, people. I have a splitting headache. and something's trying to catch me. Remember last week it was Zuz. Something was trying to catch Zuz. Well, something did catch Zuz, but she's much better now. But it's me now that is trying to catch me again. I'm not having it. I am not having it. I refuse. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm here nevertheless, and I'm very grateful to the Lord that I've woken up this morning healthy and well. Benson, how are you doing?
Too blessed to be stressed. Morning, everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Yeah, man. Me can't complain. The wind.
Oh,
The wind stay away. Last night, I went out in the night and to get some bits, and honestly, it's like it was an experience. It was an experience where I've never thought of facing these weather conditions. It's nothing that you would think you would have here, but nevertheless we give thanks for all seasons.
that's it.
It's freezing also. Even though at times you might have the rain will come down in spells, but it's freezing. And that's the part about it. No matter how many layers you have on, you're still feeling it. So
Layers and underlay. Underlay. Oh, 1 second, people.
This serious. This serious.
We're short of hands this week. Yeah, for all the platforms. Shout out to all the platforms. Shout out to Bigo, our Facebooks. Yeah. Our YouTube, our Mixcloud. And last but not least, and Kick. And last but not least, GMPC Live. Big up GMPC Live Radio each and every time. Big up our DJs, yeah, that have been burning down the radio station over the weekend. Big up Mango. Mango just played just before the show. Big yourself up each and every time. Big up General. Yeah, been playing over the weekend also. Big up Tania. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, so. Oh, welcome aboard, Love Doctor.
in the building.
Welcome aboard to the Love Doctor. I have to send apologies out for the Love Doctor, because he's got his fans out there. They're itching. They're thinking to themselves, how come we ain't heard nothing from Jackie? But I'll tell you something. It's pending. Don't worry. He's there. You're going to get your Monday Lovers show soon. Yeah? So, yes, pick up yourself, Jackie, each and every time. There's so much DJs on the platform. To read all them out sometimes, it's a lot. But big yourselves up each and every time. He wants to know what you're drinking.
Orange juice. This is orange juice with what it is? Pineapple?
Apple.
Yeah, apple juice.
Apple juice.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a free advert.
This is not from concentrated apple juice.
Apple juice.
Yeah? Not from concentrated. This is proper things.
Yeah.
We're not drinking the fakeness around here.
Apple juice.
Oh, yeah.
What he thought it was what? Brandy?
What do you think it was, Jackie?
Why as someone sees someone drinking,
Do you want to know what they're drinking?
no, and have a glass, they always think it's maybe alcohol or something, eh?
Yeah, because Jackie is the connoisseur, aren't you, Jackie? You are the
Look.
connoisseur right now.
Apple juice and tartar.
Aqua.
Tartar.
Tata.
Yeah. Like a baby talk, Tartar.
Tata.
Yeah, tartar.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, I'm sure you're all wondering, if you haven't seen the post, because if you're on the radio and you're listening, you're not going to see the flyer that we put up, and you're not going to know that what we're talking about. Tonight's show is about rich versus poor. Now, the title is way too long to shorten it, so I'm just going to read it out. Yeah? Okay. Not everyone is meant to make it in the world that we live in. We need unambitious people too, so that society can function effectively. I want to know if you guys agree or disagree with that. Do you feel like we need... Whoa. Hold on a second.
Oh dear.
Apologies, people. Remember, this is a live show, you know. This is a live show, so expect anything on this live show. This is what happens. Yeah, expect the unexpected. So, I want to know if you agree or disagree with that. Do we need poor people in the world in order for it to function correctly and effectively?
Boy.
Can we live in a world with just rich people and be okay?
Yeah, personally, I think yes. And then if you look at it on the other hand, maybe some persons will disagree that it's not possible. And then on the other hand, maybe you can say that maybe it's a persons who don't like to do things for themselves. But imagine what world it would be without having the people who has to do certain work.
Exactly.
That is the other part of it, if we should allow our minds to drift a bit, to say, all right, you don't feel like cutting the backyard today and the backyard needs cutting, who would you call to cut the backyard?
Exactly.
And say, for instance, like even in the construction field, who would be doing that if everybody has it? If you understand what I mean.
Yes, I understand.
So, what would it be without those persons?
Exactly.
Not saying that you won't find people who are doing those jobs that are that don't have their things or don't have their money. So maybe we can look at it as a 50-50.
Yeah,
in my
because
opinion.
yeah, because the thing is, if everyone's rich, who's going to clean the streets? Yeah, who's going to teach the children? Who's going to teach the adults? Because adults, you know, they go to school as well, university, college, they study too. If everyone's rich, nobody ain't going to want to do anything, but just sit there in their riches, in rubbish. Yeah, rubbish will be just piling up, lots of rubbish, So those that say you don't want no rubbish, man, there's nothing wrong with that. Cleaning the streets, because at the end of the day, without them, I don't know how the streets would look, to be honest. Yeah? So I feel like it's definitely, there has to be a balance here. Because if everybody was rich, there'll be no point of war, no? Because it's all about money and control.
In a sense, maybe not on a financial aspect, but where the wars are concerned, I think it's more of a control thing. And a sense, in my opinion, a sense of dictatorship
Yeah.
in that sense,
Yeah.
and authority.
Yeah, for sure.
stamping your authority. But when it comes to like in terms of the money aspect of it, there it can be in a sense where poverty, some persons should be able to live a better life. And that is how I think about it. Even if you do have millionaires, everyone on the face of the earth should be able to have access to food, to water, and live comfortably in housing infrastructure.
I agree.
So I think there's enough money in the world where everybody on the face of the earth can live that way.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome aboard, Lady Christine. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill. But you've also got, when you've got a certain amount of money, I feel like you almost feel like you're God in a sense. You know, you got people, is it Bill Gates?
Hmm.
Yes, you got people like him that feel like because he's got so much money, he's now turned into a scientist, a doctor. He knows everything, apparently. And this is all because he has money. I feel like there's a when you have a certain amount of money, there's an arrogance that comes with it as well. You know, not everyone can deal with being rich. A lot of people self-destruct because of riches. Because some people have more money than sense. Let's face it.
The thing when it's all about control, because in today's world, money is power, right?
Yes.
And then the money gives some people think they have the authority to do what they want to do. And when you look at it, where like say entertainers and actors, they would fall in the same heading. Now, when you see like things that they do get involved in, it's because of the amount of money that they have. And then it allows them to be more adventurous in things that they do that we would say, why do you have to do this? Why did you have to, with all the money that you have and you're well known in society and society have accepted you for the talent that you have, and then you will find out that they have been mixing in child
Pornography.
pornography. Yeah, thank
Mm-hmm.
you, and those sort of stuff. And it allows, when I do think about it, that is why money at times drives some people insane.
Yes. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah,
It's a thin line.
yeah, they probably think that they're Superman. You get what I
Exactly.
mean? Because
Yeah.
everything. Imagine waking up this morning and then you said you would want to buy a car or two houses. You get what I mean? And
Because the
you
thing
can
is,
just go ahead and do it.
yeah. Because you see, that's something named lottery. Let me tell you something. You go into any superstore to go and get your groceries, and you want something in the kiosk where the lottery is being played. The queue for the lottery is endless. You'll be there for a very long time because people are putting serious money on the lottery. And a lot of the times it's the poorer people as well. People them that don't really have much money praying to win the lottery. It's scary actually, because the persons that win the lottery, they don't even know what they're doing half the time with the money. They ain't got a clue. You understand? Welcome aboard, Faye. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Yeah. Do you agree or disagree with the world needing poor people in order for it to run effectively? Do you think so? I want to know you guys' opinion. Yeah. Big up yourself, Daniel. Big up yourself. Daniel says, I remember when I didn't have much money and I used to dream about being well off. But I must say, I think I have changed a lot since having money, and I have cut a lot of people off since having money. Wow, Daniel. Now, that's another thing as well. When you have a certain amount of money, do you change as a person? Or do you remain the same? Because you used to be poor, now you've got money. Would you look down on the poor people that don't have it?
It's not a matter of looking down in a Nubian. It's a matter of the person that doesn't have the money is not speaking the same language as the person who has the money. Remember now, the man that has a million in his account, right? Right? Versus a man that has 500 pounds in his account. Now, what happened is there are two different languages, even if they are business owners, right?
Yeah.
The 500, the one that has a million, he's thinking of a bigger thing than the man that has the 500. So it's not a matter of people will say that you will change your friends and you're not the same. You can't be the same because your friends are not speaking the same language that you're speaking. Your friend
So
is
you're gonna
thinking
drop.
of.
So you're gonna drop your friends then.
It's not about. I'm not about drop your friends or whatever it is, but what you have to do, and sometimes when you think about it, and be realistic about life, you wouldn't need the person that has it. He more tends to be among the people
Who
who,
have it too?
yes, are speaking the same language.
Yes.
Because
So
the
for those
the
that
man,
known you
yeah,
and you didn't have it before, they will say straight up and down,
yeah.
you have changed since you've,
No matter what you do in life, people will always
have
criticize, So you can't be, you're thinking of buying a car, and I'm thinking of building a hotel. Now, your conversation that you're having with me about a car, it doesn't strike my interest. Because if you're going to think about buying a car, and I'm thinking about buying a hotel or building a hotel,
yeah,
it
I
doesn't
understand that
coincide with
with
it.
what you're doing.
So the two languages are the same.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
And even if you're speaking with somebody who has money and the one that doesn't have the money, that man who doesn't have the money, he's thinking about having a house and a car.
But you never know. The thing is, the people that may not have a lot of money, they might have great ideas for the person that does have money. You just don't know.
Yeah, yeah, but they do, remember, as when you do associate yourself with people, right? You will understand the crowd that you want to be around and the conversations that you want to hold with them, because you will probably find that their type of conversation doesn't interest you because you're thinking of getting on a wider aspect. He's thinking of going and buying bitcoins now, which has increased since President Trump won
Yeah.
to actually 100,000 now for a bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
And this man is thinking about going to the bank and banking £1,000. Because the £1,000 that he has, he
Yeah.
can't even buy a bitcoin. So the languages are the same, are
They
different.
are different, yeah.
Yeah, the language are different. The conversation they might hold. Not saying that you won't find that the man that has the 500 might have great ideas. But what happened? Majority of the time, when those persons have those ideas, if you're not careful, also, your ideas will be taken away from you in front of your eyes, and you don't even have the resources to to to
To
make
act on it.
yes, to act on it. And
Yeah.
then the man with the money gone with the idea, and you can't do anything, and then you will say, I was talking to him about it,
And now
and
he's
now
doing
he's
it.
doing it.
Yeah, I get it.
Because he doesn't even have the money in the first place to even speak to a solicitor and said, look, I'm going to get this plan registered and stuff like that. He just discuss it with the person. Now, if he doesn't have the money, how he is going to go up against the person that has
Oh
the
yeah,
money?
come on. It's just not gonna happen, is it? Faith says, I don't think anyone should be poor, sorry. Some people agree, some I feel like we need I don't want people to be poor, you know. I don't want people to be poor to the point where, like Benson said, that they don't have any food, nowhere to live, and no water. You don't want that. But I feel like there has to be some form of balance in order for things to move effectively. That's my opinion anyway. Because remember, it says, not everyone is meant to make it in the world. We need unambitious people too, so that society can function effectively.
Yeah. And what happened is,
Do you agree or disagree with that? A lot of you. I want a lot. The viewers, let me know what you think. Go on, Benson.
the thing is, welcome to user 126 on the radio
Yes.
station.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of times too, this is how society even criticize each other. Now you will have a person who will work 9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
And still try their utmost best to make sure that they have a saving and they don't make it in life. They are not as successful as us looking at them, and we will pass our criticism against that individual. Because I hold my hand up. I'll do it. It's a human thing to do that. And it's not right, because at times, sometimes we don't even know what that individual is going through.
Exactly, in their personal life.
Yeah, in their personal life, to even try and make it.
Exactly.
Because if you calculate it now, even with our age group, we are closer to death now, more than living for a longer time,
Yeah.
for us to even make it in life. Because we can't work again to be rich, at our age, You have to fall in some form of luck along the way.
So
Honestly.
we're just living for luck right now.
We're just living to survive and to get by.
No, sir. Oh dear.
And it may sound sad and it may sound negative, right? But
you don't
in
know
my
things
eyes,
yeah,
but it's luck.
I know
It's
what you
luck.
mean, it is luck, but at the end of the day, some people start careers in their later lives. I'm not saying we've started our careers, but I'm just saying, you may start something later on in life and it becomes successful quite speedily.
Yeah, but that is the luck change for you now. But look at the average. On average, if we should take it and look at it that way, how many persons in their 40s, right? 40s, late 40s, going up to 50, 60. How many persons on average that their life change around for them to be all right, and people are they and them and the family? So it's like playing a poker game.
Yeah. True.
Because the older you get, right? The older you get, we're not as strong as before.
Yeah, you get weaker, your body, your
Yes.
bones, and
So that drive to wake up in the morning and go to work, right? When you would be able to do two jobs, the older you get, you have to reduce it to one, right? And you run yourself to a wreck just to have it, just to survive. So how many of us now are able now to work and to save and to say be rich?
but the thing is, you know, you're rich and somebody else is rich. It's two different riches, you see.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, because everybody's
probably,
different, and this is
probably feel their riches in their own self. Because sometimes if you speak to a Christian or whatever, they will tell you that I'm rich in Jesus.
that's it.
Don't you?
Christine says, definitely we need poor people for the world to function. Someone has to do the lower paid jobs in order for the world to function.
We need them, but that doesn't mean they have to
To
be
be
poor.
poor. Mm.
It should be something of more of a choice. They choose to do it.
Now, in that sense, who is going to choose to clean the streets?
You know, I wouldn't mind.
But the thing is, you're saying that now, but I'm saying if everyone's rich and there's no poor, who is going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to clean the streets. There'll be people, but it'll be a very small percentage.
Yeah, but it would still be done. It's like
Welcome aboard, Antonio Nice. General, welcome aboard.
3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, it happened here in England, where this 70-year-old man, right, was in the park.
Sorry. Big up yourself, Rooster. Yeah, go on.
He was in the park,
Yeah.
cleaning the park. He will go through and clean the park, pick up everything that he see in the park for free. You know what the council did? They gave him a parking ticket for, I think it was for £500 or £300.
And he was volunteering.
Yes, and that he does
Oh
that every
my
single week.
Goodness me.
Every week. And the
It's
council
serious.
and the council charge him for parking.
No, man.
So it was highlighted when the parking fine reached to that amount of money. So there are persons who really care about the environment.
There is a lot of people that care about
that
environment.
will still do it. So when we look at it that way, not that we are downgrading the persons who sweep
I'm
the
definitely
streets.
not downgrading.
No.
Yeah.
We know,
We're not
I'm
doing
fully
it.
aware that you're not doing that. But we're just using that as a reference,
Yes.
right? So you will still have volunteers who will do those sort of jobs. That doesn't mean that
Because remember, when you're rich as well, you know, you have people that clean the house, wash the clothes, maintain the house. You have people that maintain the house. Now, if everyone's rich, who is going to maintain the house?
that is the thing.
That is the thing. Because
Or
not
who
everyone.
would choose to do that.
Yes, because not
Even
everyone
like
is clean and cleansy.
Yeah, even like the supermarkets and stuff. But no, they are making the world now more of customers in whatever field to be independent, and then it's going to be independent for you to because when we go shopping and stuff, there's not a cashier there.
Not in some. A lot of the
A lot of the
stores.
stores.
It's non-existent.
And the banks.
I wonder if it's like that anywhere else. Or is it just the UK? That when you go into the supermarket, there's hardly anyone there to serve you. You have to self-serve. Okay? All right, if there's a problem, you can call somebody, but there's no conveyor belt with shopping going on there anymore. Not like before. You know, they want everything computer controlled.
So that is the thing we're in now. Who would do that job? But that doesn't mean I would love to see people around the world living better. And it's sad. Even I think poverty is a sin. Poverty is something that it hurts my core, especially here in England now, where you will have, after the winter season, you will find persons have died in their house from cold, from being cold, can't
Yeah.
turn the heater on. And it makes me sad. I was passing the food bank yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that that place.
Existed.
I always saw the crowd is always there, but I didn't know what was happening there. I thought it was like people going shopping and stuff.
Oh.
Until yesterday, I asked somebody and he said it's a food bank. And the queue was so long in the wind and the rain. And it dawned on me that, look, we're in England, that they classified themselves as a first world country. Or I think England is an island still.
Yes.
And it burns my heart to see the amount of people in the queue
That rely
that rely on the food
on the
bank.
food bank. And you know what?
And it's
America,
sad.
the USA have had food banks for many, 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 many years. You know, and both of them, the USA and the UK, they're not supposed to have nobody in poverty to that extent, as far as I'm concerned, because they're both countries that make a lot of money. Nobody's supposed to be going to the food bank. But yet, the poverty levels as the years go on, it is drastic.
So is it the system that has been designed that way for decades now then?
I think so.
For people to stay where they are.
Yes, yes, yes. No growth. They want people to stay where they are, which is very sad to say, but it's true.
And that's the sad part about it. And then when you will share the part about people being poor and don't have it. And that is why when the persons that ending up having in it, getting rich, right? And
Some
they
of them
do
give
silly
back.
things. Yeah, they do. Yes, some do give back.
Yes.
But when they do silly things, honestly, I don't have any sympathy for them.
What do
I
you mean
was-
by silly things?
All right, like say for instance, like I'll use Mr. Combs with the allegations that has been drawn against him, because I'm not sure he did it.
Allegedly.
Alleged, but yet call that word for me again.
Allegedly.
No, if he's guilty, I share no form of sympathy for him. Mr. Kelly, I understand to some point that we have to look at it, that is it society try to ruin those persons, or is it a self-inflicted wound? If it is a self-inflicted wound, I share no form of sympathy for them. Because you know why? Calculate the population, right?
Yeah.
And I think about this a lot of times. Those persons who are in those celebrities status,
Yeah.
I wonder if they'd ever stop and think how lucky they are.
They should do, because they didn't. A lot of them weren't born into the riches. That's the thing.
But that is a part I'm thinking about, because a lot of them weren't born rich. They weren't born in the riches.
No.
So I'm wondering if they do stop from time to time and think how lucky they are
No,
comparing
I
to.
feel like they've gotten lost in the riches. That's what I feel like that what's happening here. You know, like I said before, sometimes you've got more money than sense because it's almost like you've forgotten where you've come from. Once they've reached a certain level in their career, it's almost like you've forgotten where you've come from, even if things happen to you as well as a younger. Bad things has happened to you. You've been abused sexually, mentally, physically. Why would you want to do the same to somebody else just because you went through it? Why not try and build somewhere where you can help people that's been through it? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to hear the excuses. You know, sometimes you've got more money than sense. You get caught up in the riches, you get caught up in stardom. You know, it's almost like you've forgotten who you are. What I wanted to ask you, Benson, is do you feel like Kelly is a different person to P. Diddy? Do you, because of obviously the allegations, we already know that Kelly's incarcerated, but with P. Diddy now, the allegations are different. Do you think Kelly has been wrongly accused because a lot of the cases were many, many years ago?
Hear what happened? Remember, in society, in society, there are persons who will say that they like you,
Yeah.
and that doesn't necessarily mean that they like you. And there are persons there who pray harder than you for your downfall.
For failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's things that I've read about him, listened to stories that,
What about documentaries?
and the documentaries and stuff.
Welcome aboard. Is it Mark Liebert? I'm sure it is. Welcome
Yeah.
aboard.
And we will all, sometimes we will also fall the victim of allegations surrounding our names. Because there are people who, if they see you now, us now, and they wake up in the morning and then for 5 weeks or whatever, this YouTube channel that we're on now, this platform,
Right.
reaches 1 million views
Yeah.
for a month.
Yeah.
Remember now, they don't see the two 200 and stuff shows that we have done where we are here with just 50, 60, 70 people. But as soon as YouTube will send you that plaque and said, all right, you have reached this number, there's going to be some form of criticism, and some form of criticism is not even, oh, congratulations on your hard work. And that is how society is. So when allegations are passed against certain people, sometimes I don't even pay it no mind.
Welcome aboard, Julian. Welcome
And
aboard.
I'm not going to be the first one to cast a stone on the individual when you listen to some other stories.
Society,
Yeah.
media is very, very cruel.
And remember, we are
Can
talking
be.
about you're talking about celebrities where I've seen parents. I said this before, I think, on the show. Will take their daughter and said, take my daughter. And what I think where the justice system has changed a bit. I was listening to a thing the other day with Bill Cosby. That Bill Cosby, it wasn't because of that, that he went down. It was because of some property that they wanted to do some train line or something.
They wanted to use his property
They were
They
asked
want
him
him to
to sell
sell
some
it.
property.
so they can
And he
and
said
build
no.
train lines.
Yeah. And he said no.
And that's why he got incarcerated.
That is when
The
everything,
case.
the allegations and stuff start
Where it stemmed
comes
from.
again. Yeah. So sometimes we will just see the surface of certain things and just say, okay, that happened, they did that, they did that.
And
You
don't
know.
know the
Yeah, so sometimes that's why you have to wonder under the type of persons in society that their names has been called on certain allegations and stuff like that. Well, if they have done it, right,
yes.
I don't feel sorry for them.
Oh, come on.
And what I would want to see more happen in society, where these persons of such influence to take path in society, they give back to society, but have a more openness and awareness of trying to help youths that look up to them. You
Because
remember?
the thing is, Benson, sorry to cut you, but what I'm saying is, with this rich and poor, with the poor side of it now, this is where the violence will come into it. We've spoken about this before on the show. A lot of violence, gun violence, burglary, robbery, all sorts of crime will stem from just not having enough to live for. Do you know what I mean?
You think poverty?
Sometimes, yeah, because when you don't have it, you're hungry.
No.
No, what do you mean?
I don't like that terminology, to be honest with you.
What's that?
That poverty brings crime.
Oh, really?
That is what society tells us.
So you don't feel if you don't
No.
have it, you don't
No.
think people go out there to try and steal to get it.
They will do it, but it's not poverty cause them to do it.
What is it then?
I would like to have an interview with majority of the youths them who commit crime and ask how many times you go out and look a job. Whenever
I don't. I
No.
was gonna say I'm gonna invite one of them in the studio, but
No.
I like all the stuff that we have in the studio. I don't want to
No.
get robbed.
what happened is my personal belief. Whenever you're in a certain position, you
Yeah.
can't be picky about the type of job that you would want to do if you go for a job. And if you want to put the food on the table.
Okay, so do you
So-
think it's jealousy and envy then?
They're just
Idle.
blooming thief and murderers. I don't think poverty, people will tell us, yes, that poverty does that. But
In
personally,
some cases,
I'm not going to fall for that. That is the path that they chooses to do of an easy way of living. It comes to mind now with this incident that happened in Jamaica at the petrol station
okay,
with the police.
With the police, yeah.
Remember, that young man, he took the money off the gas attendant, right?
Yes.
He took the money from both of them.
Yes.
Now, what led him now in his mind to go to the policeman in his car,
Minding his own business.
minding his own business, to shoot the man where the man wasn't, we shouldn't even use that word on the YouTube thing, to commit such
Such a-
evil.
And he took his weapon, didn't he?
Yeah. Now, what happened is, when he got the money from the attendant, right?
Yeah.
He could have just gone about his business. So when someone is gonna tell me about poverty will allow poverty breeds crime.
So you're just saying that they're just out of order and
Yes,
just
out of order. They are still conscious enough that they can go out and look at work. How many young youths you see now with even say in the Caribbean where you don't have to go through and do a test to go on the construction site. They don't do that. They don't choose to do that. It's a choice that they make. They think within
I understand what you're
themselves
saying, Benson,
that-
but they got some people that did. You've got young soldiers that got killed the other day. He chose to do something else.
What?
Being a
kill-
soldier.
Yeah,
he wants to be a
chose-
soldier.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
the
the man
soldier-
who harm him is the person
Exactly.
who inflict the
So
wound.
sometimes you do want to do something with your life, and then you get people that just
But it's the person that does the wrong that
and
we are
you don't
talking
feel
about.
like it's poverty. That
It's
makes
not
them do-
poverty, it's those persons to do manner of evil. It's those persons choose to do so. That young man have a choice. When he took up that weapon, right?
Right.
How many men, just to see him, will have access to a weapon and they don't use it? They choose not to do it. All right. I'm going to say something to you. Look at here in England,
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Mm.
10 years ago, half of the population didn't have to work if they didn't want to. Wrong or right?
Yeah. Right.
Because the government gave them a choice that you don't have to, and this weekend you can come and collect your jar and thing like that, don't it?
Yeah.
When the government changed the system, how much the workforce went up?
A good percentage.
So what happened is, he gave them no choice. The sneakers aren't selling as much as how they used to sell before.
The high street isn't.
The high street. So that individual, these young men, is the wrong choice that they are making. The quick and easy money, because remember, to be honest with you, their way of thinking, going on a construction site, I'll get maybe £300 from Monday to Friday.
No. You get more than that.
How
You can
much
get-
they will get?
You literally can get more than that.
How much they will get?
About 500. You can get £500
And
a
then
week.
tax, and then from that tax comes out of that. How much he
But,
gets? When tax
well,
come
probably,
out from that,
yeah,
how
probably about
much he gets?
350.
Yes, so if he gets 350 per week, yeah,
Yeah.
and he will have to sacrifice to wake up in the mornings to go to work
In whatever weather condition.
in whatever weather condition, right?
Yes.
So when he looks and he think about it, if he goes to Mr. Funfanfi or go to come to me and he see me with a thing and he take my stuff, it's less than an hour work. It's not even an hour work.
Yeah.
So that is the mindset. This fast money. They have a choice. They at times remember, there are things that in society that we have grown up on, and people tell us and say this is what poverty drives you to do that. Poverty don't drive you to do that. It's you choose to do it. It's not poverty.
Well, I feel like my opinion is in some cases it is poverty. It is poverty. Some people grow up not having it. Yes, in some cases they have choices, but some cases they may have been brought up in a family where that's all they did was thief and take from people.
Yeah, but it's their
If
choice.
you've been brought up a certain way, you don't know no other way.
No, because all of them, ask them now, one of those persons who are committing those
You can't say no. Benson.
malicious crime, They know wrong from right. All right, tell them to jump across the train line when the train is coming. Tell them to cross the track when the train is
Because
coming.
it's same like
They're
when
not gonna do it. They know wrong from right.
it's the
They
same
know.
like the people that's been abused when they're younger. Why do it now in the older ages to others?
No, they know wrong from right. They choose to do it. There are a lot of things that we. I'm not going to fall for that. Where because you're poor, you have to do this. You don't have to do it. You choose to do it. It's
A
totally
lot of people
different.
might need counselling as
I-
well.
It's totally different from when somebody comes to your house or your property and want to take something from you. But there are so many persons that you have seen. The other day I was so happy where I saw a lady, right? A lady in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And she was at her stall. And
Mhm.
her daughter went to university and came back there, right?
Yeah.
With her
With a hat on.
or with her hat on her head, and that is where she wanted to celebrate with her mom.
On the stool. Yeah.
On the stall, her mom has a fruit stall.
Yeah.
No, that is so many other examples of persons that doesn't come from nowhere or don't have it of being poor and yet still don't give up. Every day she used to go to the stall.
Well, to me, there's something that's influencing the young youth of today
No,
for
the
the
fast
crime,
money man, the fast
the fast
lane
money,
man.
yeah, and
The
and
fast
some of
lane.
the music as well. Some of the music, I'm sorry, but it has to be said. Some of the music is glorifying the violence. Do you understand? In order for them to choose this route,
Yeah, all right. So you glorify the violence, right?
it does.
You glorify the
Why don't
violence.
people
So
take on the songs that glorify love and peace?
so why them not watch the part where the artist that is singing the song is not committing the crime that they are committing? Isn't a choice? Look at the life that that person who is telling you to go out there and do this, do that, and should do those, shoot that body, and all those stuff. But they're living a good life. Why don't you follow that path? Isn't it a choice?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got choices.
So isn't it a choice that
Is it a choice? So it's a choice
the
to be
offender?
poor. It's a choice to be poor.
It's not a choice to be poor.
Okay.
Remember that. Remember, sometimes where poverty is concerned, where poverty is concerned, it's harder to differentiate poverty than committing a crime. Two different instances. Because you can be born, you can born now, and when you look, you're in a situation wherein you come and see your mom, you're living in a board house, no electricity, no water. It's not your fault. That is what you're born come see.
Right.
That is the situation. And then what happened is, a lot of times you will find out that poor people sometimes don't think. All they do is sit down and watch Generation and Coronation Street and all those things.
Generation.
Yeah, on Coronation Street. That
Emmerdale.
Emmerdale and those stuff. And those things and meet babies. Because a lot of times you will find out that the people who are poor and don't have it, they have 5, 6, 7 kids.
Yeah, but nowadays you're not getting paid for all of them children. The
Yeah,
government's not paying for it like before.
Yeah, but
And that's the thing.
but that was back in the day.
Yeah, they're
So
only paying
now-
for 2 children.
All right,
You're
so
not-
why?
they're not allowed.
So why you think the birth rate falls?
Yeah, because they're not going to get no money for it.
Because they're not going to get the money. So if you look into it 10, 15 years ago here in the Caribbean or wherever it is, while growing up I used to wonder why some people have so many kids.
Yeah, but that was standard though. The older generation always had a decent amount of children.
And why did the older generation did that? So what happened is that is where poverty derives from. That is a contribution to poverty.
Yeah, because they can't manage to feed them.
No, and you can't manage to send all of them to school. So you would have to know, put the kids them name in a bag and ruffle and find out which one of them you're gonna take a chance with and send them to high school.
Oh boy.
So if we didn't even look at it that way, where poverty stems from is
It's-
because of the generation before us and having so many kids.
Do you feel like the black people, we suffer from poverty more than any other race?
You what happened? You see, sometimes I feel sorry for us as black people with some things over there. We are very successful black people. And what happened is, the generations at times choose wrong role models.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We choose wrong role models and we go about doing things sometimes different. This comes to my mind. I'll share something that's in my mind now. It's like the crime that is knife crime in London.
Right.
Now, every single youth in England watches football. Right?
Well, every single, but yeah, a lot of them do.
90%, 95% of them watch football and have a favorite team. Now, this is how we have to look on society and look on it in a different way and wonder what is really happening. Now they have knife crimes with ages from, it start from about 14,
Even younger.
yeah, up to about 17, 18, the majority of the time.
Mm.
And then when you look now, you have a man that I don't know, these little youths don't know, coming to tell us that, oh, I am in charge of getting the knives off the street. And he will come out and make a speech. May God bless him. And long life and prosperity. But the young youth, them now listen to him.
They ain't gonna listen to him.
Is the footballers them, if they were interested, is the persons that these young youths look up to. You have
And they
to
make
get
the most money.
exactly and talk to them.
Even though football is very competitive,
Yes, but that is how
you know,
we,
it is
if
like
you
winning
look
the
in
lottery.
society, yeah,
Mhm.
and look in society, wherein there are things that you are wondering within yourself if the bigger heads are just sitting there and laughing, because they probably, we can't be the ones who is only us, the Most High, give that inspiration to look into say there's a solution to the problem, but wonder why they're not doing this. Because I can guarantee you that if they had the footballers,
Mm.
right, going around making their speeches, come in, hand in your knife, hand in your swords, you will collect more knife and swords than the man that they don't know who is doing it.
Yeah, what about people? What about gun crime? Not just you got the knife crime, but in the U.S. You are licensed to have a weapon, a fire weapon.
Yes,
You're
but
allowed to have it,
and so right, that should be right around the world.
a licensed weapon.
Everywhere around the world, if you have that.
Nobody will be alive.
No,
Nobody will be alive.
that is how. All
You
right.
know why? Because end of the day, if everything is a choice, like you said everything. There's a choice for everything. Yeah.
Mm.
If everybody was allowed to have a fire weapon,
Yeah.
there's going to be people that wouldn't even touch a fire weapon
All right.
doing the most.
But this is what people don't look on in America. You're able to have a firearm if you meet certain requirements, right? How many times out of the crimes that are committed, that is a next firearm holder against a next firearm holder?
Not many.
How many of the crimes are is a next firearm holder against a next firearm
That's what I'm
holder?
saying, not many.
Not many. So what that tells you, they always attack the persons them that don't have. Because if you know that I have my thing on me, you are going to you're going to think double. You're not going to come with that aggressiveness to me because you know that I have my thing.
Yeah,
But
so
because you know I don't have my thing, you will come with your force. So anytime anybody even speaks about that, I always ask them that question, and it's not a lot of persons can answer that question. Because the man with the firearm don't normally attack a next man with a firearm. The attack is on the persons that don't have a
it.
firearm.
Yeah, I understand that, but it doesn't mean I
So-
don't feel like it will have less. I don't think the world,
Have to. It would
But
have
what-
to have less.
well, because everyone's got their piece.
Of course.
You
Then
think,
that,
you think
so-
people don't mind playing cowboys
but,
and Indians?
But here what happened?
You think people
you
don't
know,
mind that? They
but
don't care.
You just answer the question, and you still answer the question and still go now to debate what you have already answered for.
People don't mind playing cowboys and Indians, Benson.
But that is happening now. Is cowboy playing Indian when a cowboy should not play cowboy? Because the people them who don't have the weapon, them are the Indian. But if everybody did a cowboy, you wouldn't have it.
Nah, man, you know what? I don't agree because I just feel like
Ask-
if everybody had a firearm, yeah, everybody was allowed to have a firearm.
the crime would be less. Have to be
You'll have
less.
snipers. You understand?
But they are there now.
You're just there minding your own business.
All right.
You got snipers. It's not just face to face, you know.
Let me ask you
There's
a
so much
question.
different types of firearms.
With all the guns in America, how much time them attack a police station? Me never hear them attack a police station yet. Because them know them have them thing. So that is the thing we're in. We are blindfolded by certain truth in my eyes.
Oh, so you just feel like we should all have a fire weapon.
Of course. Most definitely.
And everybody be walking around like, yeah.
It would be
I'm
peace
the
and
man.
love. No, everybody
yes,
would have
everyone be
become.
walking around like, yeah. You know, you could tell. You'd be
No.
able to tell that everyone's got a piece on them.
Yeah, then if everybody have, you would know that one of you be John Wayne, who are the faster one. So nobody would approach each other with that aggressiveness.
Oh, you think there'll be more
All right.
peace?
It has to be. All right. Why then they come up with this idea?
Let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think the world would be a better place if everybody had licensed firearms?
Yeah,
I
but
would love to know.
are the same thing with the rich and the poor. Why you think them no want make more people rich? Why it's so difficult for more people to be rich? Why it is?
People will walk around trigger happy, man, because you know what? Yes, I understand where you're coming from, but then you've also got people that take lots of drugs.
All right.
Do you know what I mean? Not everyone's sane.
All right.
There's a lot of insane people, undiagnosed mental
No,
health
no.
patients.
No.
Yes, there is.
It's the same thing with when it comes to rich and poor. If they allow, if they allow, quote unquote, more people to be rich is problem. Cause money causes problem.
Yeah, more money, more problems. That's what they say.
So me blame society and the head. Cause if you have more people that has money, what happened to the workforce? Who do the dirty work?
That's what I'm saying.
So that is why our society carve it out to be. Serious. This is
Well,
how.
Faith says, I don't agree about the firearms. We need to get rid of the firearms, in my opinion.
Yeah, everybody will say it. My love for them say it because the point that I'm making now, when this program finish and them look back into it and do their investigation and find out how many that has their firearm versus one that has, how many violence are committed against those persons. And then somebody who can tell me the stats and prove it to me otherwise.
Well, I don't know. End of the day, Benson, that's your opinion, and this is the beauty of life. Everyone's got their own opinion on what they think, because at the end of the day, it's same like the wars. You got big wars going on, and literally, it's who's got the biggest bomb,
All right.
who's got the most destructive bomb.
Me not even a go. Me not even
Well,
a go
if we
to
go
the bank.
into that, there's just too much.
Yes.
But it's the same sort of
But
thing.
no. Mama ask you a question. Whenever a police officer stop a civilian, what the first question him asks? Even if you're there at the Caribbean, why the first? If him not ask you first, him ask you the second question him ask you. Why him ask a civilian? When a police stop a civilian,
Your ID, for your ID.
do you have anything on you? Do you have any firearm?
It's definitely maybe the second.
That are the first thing ask any man, any Jamaican that is
Oh, that's
on the
in the,
line.
yeah, and that's in the Caribbean, maybe.
Yeah. What the
Because
first?
they know that it's, yeah.
Even
They're
when
in
them
the
stop
UK.
you over here, even over here, do you have
Yes.
anything on you, mate? Do you have anything on you? Yeah, I have my phone.
This serious.
No, it's true. So that instant moment is a self-preservation thing where that individual instantly take up his guard. So the approach is different. So when them stop you and them say, do you have an, you said, oh yes, I have it, and where's your license? It's in my, them approach is different. Why? Notice, even when them stop the man, them in America, they still ask that question.
Because I wouldn't know, because I don't get stopped by the police, you see.
Them still ask you that question. So that's simple. What you're coming up against now is that you're meeting up on somebody who is even with you.
What do you mean,
That person have the same, actually, the power where you would have claim you have. That person have the power too. But you're going to give the rules and the regulation and stamp your authority. But the approach different to the man who have their thing on them than the man who don't have.
Oh, so once I don't, then they know that you don't have.
It's psychological.
They're going to treat you different.
I mean, then no society treat you different if you're rich and if you're poor.
Of course, and this is why this topic is so important.
Because if you know, and this show you just how society thinks.
Because if you look at it, the rich always walk with bodyguards. They ain't just walking by themselves,
Not even with...
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Because you get some people that don't even look like they've got money, to be honest. They're wearing the cheapest clothes, the cheapest shoes. You'll never believe, they probably don't even bathe. You probably never believe that they even got money. That the people that's really high, they'll always walk with bodyguards.
Yeah, but even money give you your status in society. And we can just not even...
I feel like for good and bad, to be fair.
But
for good and bad.
For good and bad. All right. I'm going to say something to you. Last week, the Euro million in England was about 150 or
170 something million.
All right.
That's the Euro million.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah? You won the 150 million, right?
Yeah.
And your name and your photo will come out in the papers.
That's optional.
And we're going, yeah. It's optional based on the fact that if you don't let your photos go out, you don't get any advice from the lottery people,
Financial advice.
the advisors. That is how they do it.
But you can get your own one.
You can get your own, but it is provided for you free of cost when you go to collect your winnings.
Yeah, you got so much millions. Why not? Why not buy your own? Get your own one? Because at the end of the day, the minute anybody knows
No,
you've won the
but-
lottery,
But it's
yeah, and millions upon millions, it's a wrap. I'm sorry. You're going to get attacked from people that you don't even like. Your enemy is going to be phoning you, asking you for money. Straight.
Yes, so I'm telling you now what happens, why the persons come out in the
Okay.
paper. No, you come out in the paper now.
Because are you going to... Benson, I'm asking you now, right now. You won 150 million on the lottery.
Yeah.
Are you going to agree to go in the papers with your lovely white teeth smiling at the camera?
Me?
Yes, you.
I the biggest photo mode I take.
I don't believe you.
But then
I don't believe you. No, I don't believe you.
I'm on camera now. I'm gonna win the lottery. So
No. I won't believe you. I don't believe you. Because after that picture, nobody ain't going to see you ever again.
yes, but here
You're
what
going
happened.
to hiding.
Yeah,
For sure.
but I'm going to tell you something now. You win that money and you come out in the papers. Whenever you go anywhere, say you go to a party, remember them used to search you before you go in a party.
Yeah.
I'ma just put it down as whole society. We're gonna just use it as a party. No.
Yeah.
And any party where you going on, no. And them realize that you're there. You now get searched. All the security come for you at the car. Where them never used to do and peel
No,
you, man.
they'll treat you different, for sure.
So that is how society treat people who have money, because your money is your status.
That's a bit sad, though, isn't it? That money is the only thing that gives you status. Money. Not your talent,
The rich man,
Not your talent.
the man who have it either don't mind.
Not your talent give you status, the money.
Is their accolade. Is their recognition.
What world are we living
And
in?
treat me with respect because I have my things.
And then you be able to go into the party with weapons because he's not going to get searched.
Yeah, them can do
That's
anything
another thing.
because them are going to support it. So that is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happens.
you get away with a lot of stuff once you have the money. For sure.
True.
Yes. You'll say to them, listen, yeah, you wouldn't have to say anything. They'll just let you in with weapons, and whoever you're with is going to come in there with the weapons, and then...
When I was in Cuba, right? When I was in Cuba, I had three boys around me, 3 Cuban around me. And they were taking me around the place, sightseeing, the nightlife. And the thing that amazes me about these guys of how caring they are. I remember one of the incident wherein I only smoke a particular cigarette. But their cigarettes now are more of a tobacco base, which is strong,
Yeah.
And believe me, I've never seen this in my life. One of the guys said to me, "Oh, I know where to get it."
The brand that you like.
Yeah, to get the brand.
Right.
The man ran about 25 miles and back.
Ran?
Yes, not
On
no
foot?
bus. So when for run pan you, man?
No, I have
On
to try and-
foot.
I have to work out
Yeah,
what's
man,
going on
about
here.
25 miles. You see when the man
25
come back.
miles?
Yeah, him no have on no shirt. No shirt, just in him boxers with him shirt in him hand. And him pants in him hand with beer water drip off of him. And the man, I said to him, say, what happened or whatever? And when the man them a tell me how far this youth go get the cigarette, I say, listen to me, let me tell you something. Me I tell him, cause him hardly speak English, And me I tell the next one, cause my dad talk fast, oh, me upset, say. Tell him what me I say. Me say, listen, don't do that for nobody upon the face of the earth again, brother. Don't do that. You say another morning, when them bring me to the place where the man go,
Wow.
the youth them when we're up on this thing, you sit down in
On a bike.
the
and
bike and the man
yeah.
them a pedal. Cause some of them,
Yeah,
me and
yeah.
them, I live some life, And all the bicycle man tired
To get to the
to
place.
shoot where the guy went.
Yes.
But what happened is, this is something that will always resonate in my head, that you see poverty, poor. When me give him about 20 US. For him get the cigarettes. You see the 20 US? It's more than the salary where a doctor get in for the month. The 20 US.
Absolutely
what me give him.
ridiculous.
But yet still, because of poverty, them never do crime. And the other thing about it, Nubian, you see, like when you are eating and stuff,
Yeah.
and you will see the people standing outside. Like the persons that are eating are celebrities.
Yeah.
And that time, it makes me, within myself, I always appreciate things. But I look into it and realize that how fortunate we are. Because they were standing outside, like the people will stand up outside. I see the people them standing outside watching the people them eating. When we go inside of the bar, I say, when I want to go in there, when I go in there, I tell the man, say, yo, bring a beer. Just bring the beers,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The man them want to share the beer. Me I said, no, that beer I your one. Him say, for me, and did I share it with him friend.
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
never have a beer for themselves yet in them life.
Wow.
And when me said to him, said, no,
I don't
this
feel I
is
should go
yours.
Cuba, because you know what? I'm that sort of person. I just want to splash
Oh my
and,
days, it's
and
like,
just spoil everybody because I can't even be dealing with it, to be honest.
so you see, a lot of times, in spite of being rich and being poor, there's always somebody out there that you may think you're a little bit better off than some persons out there. And it's not nice to being poor. And it's not nice to see,
belittle people.
yeah, in front of your eyes
Yes.
of how some persons don't have it, but yet still they survive. And things that we might worry about, they don't. But yet still they have a smile on their face.
Ah, I love it. It's a great story, even though I don't like that the man run that way. But you know what? When you're a people pleaser, this is the thing that you'll do. It's serious, but it's the truth. You know? Oh, yes. So, I'm telling you something. Some people may feel like, oh, sorry. Some people may feel like, what is the point of this topic? But I'm telling you something now. It's very, very important. Yeah. And another thing I've got to let you guys know is that we are changing our YouTube channel name. The name of many of our shows, what we have is the name of the YouTube channel itself. So instead of DJ Benson, DJ Benson, GMPC Music, it's going to be GMPC.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, because you have a sound on it.
Yeah.
Stop it then go back. And then look off the sound off it.
Sorry, guys. I didn't turn the sound off, so I was talking and you couldn't hear me. I'm really, really, really sorry about that. But we are going to be changing the name shortly to GMPC ENT instead of DJ Benson GMPC Music. So stay tuned for that. Um, we want to take this time to thank you all for tuning in to the show and taking part as per usual. We really, really appreciate you guys. Could you please like, share, follow, and subscribe to all our platforms, please? That would be great. Remember, it's free. You don't have to pay. So that is the beauty of it. The same goes with the topic, rich and poor. Hey, it's free. Can't get any better than that.
You know, Nubian, this is the final thing I want to say, and is discussing this topic and having the flashbacks of my experience and stuff is for us as individuals to appreciate what we have,
Not what you don't have.
right? Appreciate what you have and keep working towards your goal. And don't let nobody tell you that you cannot make it, right? And I hope that somebody will learn something from what we discussed earlier and whatsoever opinion or questions you want to ask about what was said or clarification, you know, you can contact the studio. It was an honor and a pleasure being here. And I have to say, next week, Saturday, big up to Simply You family, Burger birthday party. So for those persons who are listening and want to go to Burger's party, make sure you contact Burger or any other Simply You barbershop family. Right?
Right.
So make sure.
Make sure you're there. You know, it's going to be a... what? Benson's
Alright.
playing one of the DJs. Yeah. Make sure you're there. And also, Benson will be playing on Friday night. And next week, Sunday, we'll be here, chill and spill. And we're back to normal with our full panel. But yes, until next week, if you can't be good, be careful. Thank you all for tuning in and taking part. As I said before, big up and a big shout out to all our platforms, our two Beagles and Facebooks, YouTube, Kick, Mixcloud, our radio station, GMPC Live. Big up all the DJs then. And yeah, take care of yourselves until next week. See you later.
Oh dear, oh dear.